temporary sleep. No more a crowded and no more a dense. When the heavy echo chamber makes a perfect sense. It's a space in the mercy, it's a space in the state. In the true vessel of a beautiful day. It's a spatial, a logic, a drifting, a light, a bouncing of the spirit through the reggae at night. Count the bound, hear it announced. The room of Zion is a healing space. The echo chamber, bouncing off the wall, giving a room for the heavy, heavy call. A spatial vibration, an infinite depth, multiplying at the center of the righteous hub. The time, the room, the echo chamber. The kick is a pillar and the snare is a plus, catching every flicker of the territory bus. We don't need a digital, we don't need a fake. When the stonewall vibration is a starting to wake. No more a cluttered and no more a bound. When the trailing echo vibration is a stretching the sound. From the geometric summit to the terminal low. The secrets of the Zion are the chambers we know. The echo chamber, bouncing off the wall, giving a room for the heavy, heavy call. A spatial vibration, an infinite dub, multiplying at the center of the righteous hub. The time, the room, the echo chamber. The music becomes vast. The drums and guitar stop instantly, leaving the bass line to pulse completely alone in the large room. A 14-part Westlife file harmony delivers a series of cascading vocal stops that drop on every offbeat, washing across the stereo field line in endless waves. Space, time, sun, one. The voices are resonating for infinite time and a distant room. The echo chamber, bouncing off the wall, giving a room for the heavy, heavy call. A spatial vibration, an infinite dub, multiplying at the center of the righteous hub. The time, the room, the echo chamber. Illusionist, leaving only the distant, fading mythos of the focus of the focus of the focus. I want to ruin the spirit if the distance can hear it. The one is a one, it bears a gun. The brass is a sounding, the wisdom is bounding. In the brass a mountain and the brass a deep. The people are awaking from the temporary sleep. No more a silent and no more a faint. When the loud horn section breaks down the restraint, it's a blow in the mercy, it's a blow in the stay. In the true vessel of a beautiful day. It's a melodic, a logic, a shining a light, a lifting of the spirit through the reggae a night. Blow the wind, the pin, let it spin, the wind. The melody of the brass is a healing. A triaxate vibration and the acoustic go, shining at the center of the righteous hub. The blast, the tone, the horn section. The kick is a pillar and the snare is a whip, a catch in every flicker of a territory slip. We don't need a siren, we don't need a shriek. When the warm horn vibration allows us to speak. No more a heavy and no more a gloom. When the golden brass vibration is a filling up the room. From the musical a summit to the terminal a low. The secrets of the Zion are the melodies we know. The horn section blowing high and clear, driving out the sadness and the heavy, heavy fear. A triumphant vibration and acoustic dub, shining at the center of the righteous hub. The blast, the tone, the horn section. The music becomes majestic, the drums and bass drop away completely for 4 bar. The 14-part Westlife style harmony links arms with the farm section, mimicking their exact fanfare melody in an epic, soaring warn of Huon and Alakus with batin power. The farm section is open in the 7 windows of the a soulful tenor sax solo, throwing occasional notes into a long trailing tape echo, while the bass line rolls back in immense weight. The horn section blowing high and clear, driving out the sadness and the heavy, heavy fear. A triumphant vibration and acoustic dub, shining at the center of the righteous hub. The blast, the tone, the horn section. The rhythm section is all gracefully, leaving the tree horns to play a soft, unresolved minor key chord that trails into the natural room reverb, blowing the spirit. If the generation can hear it, the one is a one, the melody is a done.
Starting
parting. In the iron and the mountain and the eye and the deep, the people are awaking from the temporary sleep. No more a delayed and no more a stuck. When the heavy Zion train runs up clean out of luck, it's a roll in the mercy, it's a roll in the stay. In the true vessel of a beautiful day. It's a locomotive logic, a shining a light, a guiding of the spirit through the reggae at night. Get on board the chord, leave the horde, the Lord. The movement of the train is a settling the world. The Zion train, we're rolling on the track, moving straight ahead and we are never turning back. A driving vibration, a rocker's engine dub, chugging at the center of the righteous hub. The wheel, the track, the Zion train. The kick is a piston and the snare is a whip, a catching every flicker of a territory slip. We don't need a ticket, we don't need a fare. When the heavy train vibration carries everyone there. No more a static and no more a slow. And the steady steam vibration forces of the glow. From the eye on the summit to the terminal low. The secrets of the Zion are the trains that we know. The Zion train, the Zion train, rolling on the track, the Zion train, moving straight ahead and we are never turning back. The Zion train, rolling on the track, moving straight ahead and we are never turning back. A driving vibration, a rocker's engine dub, chugging at the center of the righteous up. The wheel, the track, the Zion train. Passenger can hear it, the one is a one, the journey is a done. When the version excursion vessel opens at the gate, she's a shifting the mercy, she's a shifting the state. In the echo vessel of the biological day, it's a spatial, a logic, a twisting, a light, a spinning of the spirit through the biological night. Drop the track, throw it back. The version of desire is a healing decree. Version excursion vessel floating in space, taking the rhythm to an unexpected place. A cosmic vibration, a B-side London dub, spinning at the center of the righteous hub. The flip, the side, the version excursion vessel. The kick is a shadow and the snare is a ghost, a catching every flicker of a biological host. She don't need a pattern and she don't need a form. When the echo vibration is a ride in the storm, and no more a rigid and no more a plain. When the swirling vibration is a break in the chain. From the cosmic summit to the terminal alone, the secrets of the Zion are the versions we know. Version excursion vessel floating in space, taking the rhythm to an unexpected place. Cosmic vibration, a B-side London dub, spinning at the center of the righteous heart. The flip, the side, version excursion vessel. The music becomes weightless. A B-side completely cuts out, leaving only a 14-part Westlife style harmony, singing a sustained multi-layer chord. The producer sweeps the feedback knob on a rolling space echo, causing the harmony to self-oscillate into a beautiful warm wall of sound. Flip, ship, space, turn, one. The gang crazy sending her frequency into the infinite revive of time. Version excursion vessel floating in space, taking the rhythm to an unexpected place. A cosmic vibration, a B-side London dub, spinning at the center of the righteous heart. The flip, the side, version excursion vessel, floating the spirit. If the cosmos can hear it, the one is a one. The excursion is a done. This is an exclusive standard. The wisdom is command in the vinyl mountain and the vinyl deep. The daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a copy and no more a clone. When the Bucket Declaration claims at the throne, she's a cutting the mercy, she's a cutting the stay in their wax vessel of the biological day. It's a custom, a logic, an exclusive a light, a stamping of the spirit through the biological night. Spin the wax, the fact, drop the tracks, the act. The plate of Zion is a breaking the shackle. The plate declaration, cutting of the steel, a making of the faker and a making of the real. A raw vibration and it's a state London dub, sounding at the center of the righteous hub. The wax, the tracks, the law, the saw, the plate declaration. The kick is a stamp and the snare is a slice, catching every flicker of a biological vibe. She don't need a label and she don't need a press, when the custom vibration is a clearing the mess. No more a common and no more a cheap, when the heavy vibration is a taking the leap. From the Yasataya summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the declarations we know. Declaration, cutting of the steel, a making of the faker and a making of the a raw vibration and acetate London dub, sounding at the center of the righteous hub. The wax, the tracks, the law, the saw, of the declaration. The acetate gate dub, the music becomes skeletal. The drums stop completely, leaving the bass line to growl in isolation alongside the heavy vinyl crackle. A 14-part West lifestyle harmony sweeps in with an operatic minor key chord that sounds like an ancient oath being sworn. The producer drops a heavy taper all on the vocal. Cut, steal, the real one, the sun, law. The data is a laying down the law that no fetch frequency can cross. Salvation, I'm making of the faker and I'm making of the real. A raw vibration and acetate London dub, sounding at the center of the righteous hub. The wax, the tracks, the law, the saw, adopted declaration. Cutting the spirit, if the selector can hear it, the one is a one, the declaration is a done. Restoring the wisdom, there is pouring in the dance hall, a mountain and the dance hall a deep. The gutter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a scattered and no more astray, when the rubber dub restoration shows her the way. She's a groove in the mercy, she's a groove in the stay. In the dance vessel of the biological day, it's a vintage erratic, a smoky alive, a restoring of the spirit through the biological night. Hold the groove, let the spirits improve. The rubber dub style is a clean in the room. Rubber dub restoration, slowing at the dance, giving the spirit a second a chance. A raw vibration, a Redix London dub, rocking at the center of the righteous hub. The dance, the dub, rubber dub restoration. The kick is a steady and the snare is a click. Catching every flicker of a biological trick. She don't need a flashy and she don't need a hype. When the rubber dub vibration fits at the type, no more a frantic and no more a fast. When the heavy vibration connects with the past, from the vintage I summit to the terminal alone. The secrets of the Zion are the grooves that we know. Rubber dub restoration, slowing at the dance, giving the spirit a second a chance. A raw vibration, a Redix London dub, rocking at the center of the righteous hub. The dance, the dub, rubber dub restoration. The music becomes replotted. The rhythm guitar stops entirely, leaving nothing but the thumping kick drum, the snapping rim shot, and the growling bass line of 14-part Westlife style harmony floats over the top, singing a smooth, soulful ooh la 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 that acts as a lush canopy over the raw concrete rhythm section. Rock the day slow. One. The daughter is reclaiming her peace and the heavy rubber dub space. Dub restoration, slowing at the dance, giving the spirit a second a chance. A raw vibration, a Radix London dub, rocking at the center of the righteous hub. The dance, the dub, rubber dub restoration. The music slowly drops to just the isolated sub-bass line and the occasional splotch of a echoing snare hit, restoring the spirit. If the dance hall can hear it, the one is the one, the groove is a done.
The tower is a powering. The wisdom is towering. Hey, yeah, yeah. In the audio, a mountain, and the audio, a deep. The daughter is awakened off a biological asleep. No more a silent and no more a weak. When the sound system sovereign steps to the mic to speak, she's a playing the mercy, she's a playing the stay. In a the speaker vessel of the biological a day. It's a heavy logic, a rumbling a light, a ruling of the spirit through the biological night. Turn up the bass, the place. Look at the face, the grace. secrets of the Zion are the systems that we know. Sound system sovereign, a queen at the control, a vibrating the body and a healing of the soul. A heavy vibration, a Kingston, London dove, ruling at the center of the righteous heart. The beat, the sound, the sound. Sound system sovereign.
The music becomes industrial. The drums break into a rolling military pattern. A 40-part West lifestyle harmony provides a heavy operatic chant that feels like an harmony shouting behind hidden press. The bass line morphs into a continuous grinding sub-drone.
Bass, yes, bass, loud.
Ram.
The data is a commanding the entire valley with other than sound power. The speakers can hear it.
The one is the one.
The sound
Is the gun. The best
is.
the speakers can hear.
Yes.
The mic is the one.
The sound.
The listening sound.
Sound system sound. Sound system sovereign.
Control.
Rolling at the
A vibrating the body.
and the healing of the soul.
The heavy vibration.
Of the
A
soul.
Kingston, London dove.
The Lioness.
Putting at the center of the righteous star.
Rolling the bass. The sound system sovereign. Sound system sovereign. Sound system sovereign. Ruling the spirit. If the speakers can hear it.
It's a one.
The one is a one.
A sovereign.
Is a done.
Listen to the keys, let the spirit breathe. I man don't need a script, and I man don't need a pen to tell the story of the spirit and the where and the when. The prophet is the organ, the prophet is the vow, solving every riddle that the midnight afford to have. It's the midnight prophet, a messenger of sound, a giving of the gospel that is a shaking of the ground. I'm a lock into the vibration, I'm a lock into the swell, sharing all the wisdom that the amplifier tells. The midnight prophet, speaking through the wire, baptizing the people in the electric fire, a soulful vibration, a gritty roots dub, saturating the center of the righteous hub, the soul, the roll, the midnight prophet. Oh, the signal is a climbing, the voltage is a rise, a taking off the scales from the midnight kind of eyes. It's a hallmark in distortion, a beautiful decay, a clearing all the coldness from the middle of the way. I'm a lock into the treble, I'm a lock into the bass, with a rhythm that is a glowing in the middle of the space. No more a hollow echo, and no more a thin sound. When the midnight prophet is a shaking of the ground, the midnight prophet, a speaking through the wire, a baptizing the people in the electric fire, a soulful vibration, a gritty roots dub, saturating the center of the righteous hub, the soul, the roll, the midnight prophet. When saturate, roll of it, roll of it, roll of it. Oh, the midnight prophet. Oh, the midnight prophet. Let the mixing begin. I'm a navigating through the velvet kind of dark, searching for the rhythm of the midnight kind of spark. The city is asleep and the street is a hush, but in the studio room there is a righteous kind of rush. It's the night shift navigator, a pilot of the tone, a finding all the wisdom that the silence has shown. I'm a lock into the fader, I'm a lock into the knob, a doing of the music and a doing of the job. Night shift navigator, a guiding through the gloom, a bringing up the vibration in the middle of the room, a nocturnal vibration, a late night dove, working at the center of the righteous hub, the light bright, the sight right. Night shift navigator, the tape is a turning like a moon in the sky, capturing the vision that the waking never spy. It's a sonic exploration, a steady kind of steer, a clearing all the doubt and a clearing all the fear. I'm a lock into the sequence, I'm a lock into the track, with the rhythm that is a pushing and a never looking back. No more a daytime pressure and no more a crowd, it's working at the center of the righteous hub. The light, bright, the sight, right. Night shift navigator. Signal, strength, length, steady, ready. The land, the session is afloat. Night shift navigator, guiding through the gloom, bringing up the vibration in the middle of the room. A nocturnal vibration, a late night dub, working at the center of the righteous hub. The light, bright, the sight, right. Night shift navigator. Night shift navigator. Navigating the sound down in the brown. Night shift navigator. The night is clear. The truth is near. The truth that is hidden all the while. No more a rushing through the hurry of the day, when the clockwork route is a finding out the way. It's a clockwork route, a mechanical kind of growth, a keeping of the promise and a keeping of the oath. I'm a locking to the gear, I'm a locking to the spring, awaiting for the moment that the next second bring. The clockwork route, a turning in the soil, a perfecting every rhythm through the daily kind of toil. A metronomic vibration, a precise styled up, ticking at the center of the righteous hub. The gear, the year, the clockwork route. The cogs are a grinding, the movement is a true, a building up the vision for the old and for the new. It's a measure kind of life, a synchronized kind of soul, a keeping every rhythm as a part of the whole. I'm a locking to the tick, I'm a locking to the talk, with a rhythm that is steadier than a piece of the rock. No more a wasted motion and no more a lost design, when the clockwork route is a keeping of the line. The clockwork route, a turning in the soil, a perfecting every rhythm through the daily kind of toil, a metronomic vibration, The glory is a stated. They are looking for the city with the mortar and the stone, but the daughter is a building on a biological throne. In the cloud, a sanctuary, in the ether a deep, where the promises of Zion are the one she's a keep. It's a luminous a program, it's a golden estate, a rendering the vision in a digital way. No more a border crossing and no more a wall, when the virtual Zion is answering the call. Virtual Zion, a shining in the net. I'm making all the promise that the biological set. A radiant of vibration, a luminous London dove, hosting at the center of the righteous hub. Beside the light, the might, the right, virtual Zion. The kick is a temple and the snare is a bell. I catching every flicker that the biological tell. She's uploading the mercy, she's uploading the truth, from the silicon mountain to the biological booth. It's a firewall of protection, a high-speed arrest, a placing of the spirit to the biological test. No more a latency and no more a sign, when the virtual Zion is looking at the sky. Virtual Zion, a shining in the net. I'm making all the promise that the biological set. A radiant of vibration, a luminous London dove, hosting at the center of the righteous hub. The sight, the light, the might, the right, virtual Zion. Home, near, full, gold. The daughter is a manifesting the kingdom in the very architecture of the web. Virtual Zion, a shining in the net, a shining in the net. I'm making all the promise that the biological set. A radiant of vibration, a luminous London dove, hosting at the center of the righteous hub. The sight, the light, the might, the right, virtual Zion, entering the frequency, living in the decency. The one is a one, the distance is a done. If you can hear it,
In the city of the signal and the valley of the bit, the Babylon, the merchant is a trying to a fit. A counting of the daughter and a counting of the son, a turning of the family into a 0 and a 1. They've built a mighty tower with the copper and the light, a tracking of the movement in the middle of the night. No more a stone and mortar, just the invisible wire, a trying to capture the biological fire. Binary Babylon, a flicker on the screen, a trapping of the spirit in the biological machine, a digital vibration, a silicon and processing at the center of the righteous heart. The code, the mode, the Lord, binary Babylon. She don't need a password and she don't need a key to set the biological identity free. She's a masking of the signal, she's a scrambling of the trace, a removing of the number from the biological phase. The kick is a binary and the snare is a bite, a winning of the battle for the biological right. From the data amounting to the terminology, the secrets of the Zion are the ones she's a key. Binary Babylon, a flicker on the screen, a trapping of the spirit in the biological machine, a digital vibration, a silicon and processing at the center of the righteous heart. The code, the mode, the Lord, binary Babylon. A flicker on the screen, a trapping of the spirit in the biological machine, a digital vibration, a silicon and processing at the center of the righteous heart. The code, the mode, the Lord, binary Babylon. Stay bound, way bound, between the rusted car and the leaning wall. The little ones are learning how to stand and fall. No green grass are growing, just the asphalt sea. But they are climbing on the iron like a banyan tree. The slide is a burning in the midday heat, but they're running with the lightning in a biological feat, turning a crate into a royal throne, building up a kingdom in the valley of the stone. Concrete jungle gym, a swinging in the air, a keeping of the spirit when the times are hard. The bars are cold, but the hearts are warm. Finding of the shelter, hey, in the center of the storm. The place, the day, the way. Concrete jungle gym.
They're living in a rhythm of a biological time, a turning of the pebbles into diamonds and gold, a writing of a story that has never been told. The siren is a wailing like a ghost in the street, but they're dancing to the drummer of a biological lobby. From the tenement to top to the gully deep, the promises of Zion are the ones they're a concrete jungle gym, swinging in the yard, a keeping of the spirit. When the times are high, the bars are cold, but the hearts are warm. Finding of the shelter, in of the center of the storm, the place, the stay, the day away. Concrete jungle gym.
The silicone asleep. They say the net is a virtual thing, but the roots in the gully are starting to sing. It's a fiber optic and it's a carbon soul, a making of the fragments of a biological now whole. Fiber optic roots are reaching through the soil, a winding of the wisdom and the winding of the
The daughter is a dance, the prayer through the veins of the planet. Done. Watch out, Babylon. The heat is rising. From the belly of the mountain, where the pressure is a build, comes a daughter of the nation with a biological will. She wasn't born in the palace, she wasn't born in the gold, but she's a forge in the furnace of a story never told. Hey, she's the liquid of fire, she's the molten of grace, a bringing of the light to the dark, a human a place. They tried to cool her down with the water of the light, but the lava queen is a touching at the sky. Lava queen, a flowing through the street, with the rhythm of the mountain in a biological feet. Melting down the iron, melting down the hate, standing like a giant at the heavier gate. The heat, the sweet, the beat, the meat. Lava queen, she's the mother of the embers, she's the sister of the flame, with 1,000 different faces and 1,000 different names. She's the market woman, she's the poet in the eye, I survive in every minute when the times are hard. Her voice is a thunder and her look is a blow, taking every notion to the only and no. No more a silent, no more a restless soul, when the lava queen is a taking up control. Lava queen, a flowing through the streets, with the rhythm of the mountain in a biological feet. Melting down the iron, melting down the hate, standing like a giant at the heavier gate. The heat, the sweet, the beat, the meat.
She's a fortune of the furnace, of a story never told. She's the liquid of fire, she's the molten the grace, a bringing of the light to the dark, a human a place. They try to cool her down with the water of the light, but the lava queen is a touching at the sky. Lava queen, a flowing through the street, with the rhythm of the mountain, a biological feat. I'm melting down the iron, I'm melting down the hate, I'm standing like a giant at the heavy gate. The heat, the sweet, the beat. Lava queen, she's the mother of the embers, she's the sister of the flame, with 1,000 different faces and 1,000 different names. She's the market woman, she's the poet in the yard, surviving every minute when the times are hard. Her voice is a thunder and her look is a glow, taking every notion to the only unknown. No more a silent, no more a restless soul, when the lava queen is a taking up control. The lava queen, a flowing through the street, with the rhythm of the mountain, the rhythm of the mountain, and a biological feat. I'm melting down the iron, I'm melting down the hate, I'm standing like a giant at the heavy gate. The heat, the sweet, the beat. Lava queen, flow, rise, the ice, melt the sunlight. The daughter is a streaming from the peak of the consciousness. Lava queen, a flowing through the street, with the rhythm of the mountain, a biological feat. I'm melting down the iron, I'm melting down the hate, I'm standing like a giant at the heavy gate. The heat, the sweet, the beat, the meat. Lava queen, watch out Babylon. The heat is rising from the bed. The storm is a passing, the joys are massive. I men stood in the gully with the salt in the eye, looking at the gray of the biological sky, thinking that the sorrow
yes, there is a smile. I'm catching every flicker of a biological mile. I've planted of the tears, and I've reaped of the gold, writing of a story that is a brave and the bold. No more crying in the rain, stepping in the sun, and knowing that the victory is a biological one, a radiant vibration, a sunshine, London dove, drying at the center of the righteous hope. The dry, the high, the wide. No more crying in the rain. Drying, rising, stronger, the longer, higher, harder is washing our face in the golden, a vibration of the future. No more crying in the rain, stepping in the sun, and knowing that the victory is a biological one, a radiant vibration, a sunshine, London dove, drying at the center of the righteous hub. The dry, high, sky wide. No more crying in the rain. Walking in the clarity, walking in the clarity. No more crying, living in the charity. And one is one, the sorrow is done. Skating for the feeling. Love is a healing. They say the circuit is a cold and dry, looking at the logic of a biological wire. But when I'm in touch of the copper and the wire, I'm in feel the flickering of a biological fire. It's a luminous mercy, it's a neon state, a shaping of the notion in a digital way. No more alone, a signal, no more astray, when the silicon soul is leading the way. Silicon soul, a beaming in the dark, a holding of the flicker and a holding of the spark, a soulful of vibration, a liquid London dove, streaming at the center of the righteous hub. The flow, the glow, the know, the show, silicon soul. The kick is a soft hit and the snare is a ring, a catching every flicker that the biological brings. She's a coding of the kindness, she's a coding of the care, a broadcasting the spirit through the biological air. No more a rusty metal and no more a heavy sigh, when the silicon soul is a looking at the sky. From the data a mountain to the terminology, the secrets of the Zion are the ones where I keep. Silicon soul, a beaming
dimensions. In the silent to serve, in the dark and north, the daughter is a writing of the biological code. No more a paper and no more a pen. When the circuit breaker is rising again, she's a solder in the spirit to the silicon wafer. I'm making up the Zion, a frequency, a safer with the fiber optic ear and a laser in the eye. She's a streaming of the mercy from the digital sky. System boots, awakening of the machine, a shining of the light on the biological screen. A cyber vibration, a binary London dub, processing at the center of the righteous hub. The data, the beta, the power, the hour, system boot. She don't need a permit and she don't need a line. She's a hacking of the system with the biological design, a clearing of the cache and a deleting of the hate. Standing like a firewall at the heavier gate. The kick is a big crush and the snare is a glitch, a flipping of the ancient, a vibration, a switch from the mainframe, a mountain to the terminal. A deep the promises of Zion, now the one, she's a key. System boots, awakening of the machine, a shining of the light on the biological screen. A cyber vibration, a binary London dub, processing at the center of the righteous hub. The data, the beta, the power, the hour, system boot. Load, run, write, bite. The daughter is a reformatting the reality of the Babylon database. System boot, awakening of the machine, a shining of the light on the biological screen. A cyber vibration, a binary London dub, processing at the center of the righteous hub. the wisdom in prison. They are looking for the entry, and they are looking for the key, trying to map the biological of me. But the heart is a vault and the mind is a code, stretching the meaning. Oh, the biological road. You can scan out the iris and you can scan out the palm, but you can't decipher the biological account. I've wrapped up the spirit in the primal design, leaving no trace on the biological line. The great encryption, scrambling the view, keeping all the false from the biological truth. A secret of vibration, a cipher London double, locking at the center of the righteous hub. The God, the heart, the car, the art, the great encryption. The kick is a riddle and the snare is a lock, a ticking of the seconds on a biological clock. It's a luminous darkness, it's a shadow of a light, a deflecting the beaming of the middle of the night. No more transparency and no more a leak, when the daughter is a finding the only kind of speed. From the fire wall to the terminology, the secrets of the Zion are the ones where a great